What?
Let's start properly.
No, not me. You.
Jump up.
Nice. God, that's sweet.
Good evening, alright, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the.
Job Lab.
I already did
No,
the Job Lab.
Job Lab.
What?
Today we have a question coming in from Delightful Rainbow.
No, it's actually at QWERTY Roll.
That. And he says,
Or she.
or she says,
Or they.
Or it.
Or them. Or Z.
or
Z.
or
Just okay.
Zaya.
Human being. I can get away with that. Oh,
I
shit.
don't know actually.
Alright, well,
Might be
Twitter user.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was at QWERTY Roll asks, what does it take for something or someone to become original? Do you think nowadays people follow a formula to become original on YouTube and other types of media?
What?
A lot of the time.
It's a strangely phrased question, that's for sure.
Do people follow a formula
I
to
think
become original?
People are trying to have their own original take on something. They're like, this is my original take on this.
But what does that mean though? Follow a formula to become original? Surely if you're
It's a
following...
contradictory statement, yeah.
Yeah. So no,
They
you
just
don't follow a
mean
formula.
stand out from the crowd, I guess.
Are you mansplaining right now?
I think the best way to stand out from the crowd is to be good.
No,
Yeah.
just follow trends, boy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, that's the opposite of
Being
standing out from the crowd.
Oh, you mean, okay.
I said to stand out from the crowd, be good. Have like good production. Have like good writing.
Well, let's
Have,
just start with
like-
YouTube first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I can't. Well, I mean, I can't speak for anything at all. I don't know anything. And there you go.
That's kind of how I
Yeah,
felt
but-
about this question.
But that is who you watch, though, isn't it? Like people that are good, and that doesn't necessarily
subjective.
mean no, it's not. When you hear someone talking in their mic and it's like, "Hello guys, I am Chase," it's like you don't want to
That's
sit and
bad.
watch a 20-minute video of that.
But you remember old Joseph Anderson's early videos are fucking awful mic quality.
Yeah.
And he was still good. I still soldiered through it.
When did he have that though?
Right in his earliest videos, his crap mic quality, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just an example of something that's good.
But I mean,
awful
he-
mic quality. But I guess
he
all the
didn't
other
get
good things
the-
away.
He didn't get like big until he was better, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
And the thing is that's not original though, is it?
The fact of the matter is there's no originality on YouTube. Sorry.
There's no originality anywhere.
That's not true.
But especially YouTube.
Name me some originality in 2018, Jim.
In 2018, Fortnite.
I don't think being original is necessarily the be-all, end-all
Nah.
of
No.
everything anyway.
Well, I mean, you need to be original in some aspects.
Yeah, just have your own unique thing, as long as it's entertaining or engaging or whatever for other
Be
people.
yourself,
I
bro.
mean, it depends what you're trying to achieve. Like, be original as you like, but if no one fucking likes it, then what's the, then
Well, yeah.
That's-
If I guess your voice and your expression is what
yeah.
is important at the end of the day. Like being original, especially if this is in context with YouTube. I mean, I didn't say it a second ago, but nothing on YouTube is original. Everything on YouTube is.
What
kind
about
of-
Freddie Wong?
No. Everything on YouTube is kind of reactionary. It's a lot of people talking about things that already exist and their takes on it.
Okay, but what about?
What about Ninja?
Even like the
You-
animators,
I was just gonna
all the
say Freddie
popular
Wong again.
ones, it's because they did parody animations of
Yeah.
Pokemon and video games and movies.
No, you're right. It's like,
only the rare one can.
It's always people just giving their comment on something. It's just people
Yeah.
commenting on other things.
But even when you think about some of the most successful, if we move into something like movies, one of the biggest franchises in the world, Star Wars, It's not an original idea. It's built off what George Lucas liked as a child.
Mm-hmm.
In the same way stories are passed along through generations.
Yeah, man. Like, trying to think, The Godfather is heralded as one of the best films ever made, right?
Mhm.
Godfather Part 2 as well. Other gangster films like Goodfellas, that's another one that gets a lot of
Yeah.
what a fucking amazing film, but not original really in any way at all, because gangster films have been being made since like
It's the voice
1931.
and the
They were just
style and
copying
They were just
gangsters
well, yeah.
from real life.
Yeah.
And gangsters.
Well, because there's loads of similarities between all of like Goodfellas especially. I wrote a whole essay on this once. Okay, I won't go on dwell on it too much, but there's just really you can just see these similarities that have been being just constantly redone for like 60 years since 1933 or whatever in
Mhm.
The Public Enemy. I watched that. Really old film. And like Goodfellas, really similar. They always have for example, just a rise and fall structure. The gangster rises to
Mhm.
a peak, then he plummets that to his fucking, death or whatever, typically. But that's just, I'd still rather watch Goodfellas than The Public Enemy there.
Yeah. Because his interpretation of that like concept gelled with you.
Is that original?
No.
What?
Thing is, like, the being like unique and original, that can be like an obsession to the point where you never get anything done or made because you're like, oh, that's been done before. How about just take things that you really like and the things that work from them, but envision it in your own way?
Or you could just like do like a Kojima and just write a story that is not.
Well, Kojima's a
Just-
good
just-
example of quite a literal interpretation of, without any subtlety or like he wears it on his sleeve, like exactly what he's inspired by,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
and a little too much for my liking, but it gelled with a lot of people.
I
and
don't
he's
think
very
you could
successful.
argue though that he's like not original because his shit
That's what I
is
mean,
just
yeah.
so.
It's just fucking. I was gonna say that, or you could just be like him and the story be fucking stupid.
It's strange that how these different influences.
Like this vacuum over here, Reach. Copied that from Halo Reach.
Well, it's like
It's
like making a soup. It's like making a soup. Like Metal Gear is the finished soup after throwing in a bit of David Bowie, Stanley Kubrick, and all his favorite movies. Then at the end, what it's become is like a mixture of everything he's ever appreciated and
It's
learned.
more of a broth, I'd say.
David Bowie's a pretty chunky sort of carrot.
No, he wasn't. He
Stanley
was,
Kubrick. He's kind of the stock, I think, the vegetable stock.
Yeah,
Of it
yeah.
all.
What about
anyway,
music?
we digress. What?
Music, that's a toughie.
Being original or whatever in music, in terms of music.
Because like, look how many fucking. I saw something yesterday on Instagram. I spent a lot of time looking for like absurd shit that makes no sense. Anyway, but I happened to see something about, it was like rap music, 45 years of the best genre, and I was like, that's a fucking retarded statement. I didn't really like come up with an argument as to why, but it's just one of those ones you read and you're like, that's retarded. I don't like statements like that. The
I don't
best
think
genre.
you can't say best genre.
It's
Yeah,
stupid. It's
So
stupid to me.
subjective.
Yeah, really stupid that. But look how many rappers who aren't original at all but are really successful now.
Yeah,
So-
'Cause that's
success
what's
doesn't
hot.
equal
Yeah, yeah.
originality, does it?
But like, I don't know, I'm trying to think who was original. There aren't people that I would even call original. They're just people I'd say just did it well. They did it in a way that was unique, so they had something to say, something to whatever. And they
I
did it
think
in a way that
the original people are the ones that set the trends.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Well, you mentioned David Bowie. I mean,
David Bowie, totally.
people
like,
like that on that
The
scale.
Beatles,
Mm-hmm.
like hardcore.
That they send
Beatles.
shockwaves through the industry.
Yeah.
For
What's interesting
decades.
is how many people do you think though were maybe like them that just didn't ever make it? No one heard about them. Well, there were people before the Beatles, but just at the wrong time.
Yeah,
David Bowie, but at the wrong time.
Yeah,
So they never.
I'm sure there are plenty of them. Too early for their own good or whatever.
like in Back to the Future. I guess you're not ready for this.
That's an Back to the Future. I mean, that inspired all the way up to like Rick and Morty.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like Rick and Morty's an example of
Well, Rick
taking
and
that
Morty is-
idea.
Pilot was Doc and Marty.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously they couldn't do that.
It's like it's a nebulous kind of level of how much of your ideas are built off previous things. Like all artists, they like copy things when they start
'Cause-
drawing. They copy the things they like, and from there they develop their own style from copying.
If you look at all art, you see all these movements, and it's always like they were influenced by this movement before it, and it's just this little. There's always a link. There's always a link between the whole.
And a
always
repetition to it,
sweeping
yeah. So I wouldn't worry about it being like striving
Original.
for originality. I mean,
Recently, right? I've been trying to write a thing about Halo 5. I know there's nothing original about the format I want to do it in at all. I just want to say what I have to say about Halo 5.
It's
That's it.
so hard to, like, for example, if you want to talk about something, it's so hard to do it in an original way now.
Because the person
someone out there would have done it already. It's the thing.
But I mean, not just like talk about the thing you're going to talk about, but the structure of
because,
how you're going to talk about it.
I've watched videos of other people talk about games. I've watched you talk about Destiny. I mentioned Joseph Anderson earlier. I watched his really long video, and I'm just like, oh, there we go. There's all these things, all these different people I've been watching talk about games for years. So, and I've had conversations. About Halo 5 many times, just in that case, and it's just taking things from all of it.
I think if you're going for originality, don't necessarily like try to reinvent the wheel, but
Well, then you get something like Halo 5.
Yeah, it's just something simple.
But take Nakey Jakey for example. He does like sort of what you would think is a typical video talking about aspects from games, like for example best dogs in games. But the way he presents it and the way like he does humor and splices music into it, like it makes it its own beast, you know.
That's what people like about YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even, a lot of the time people don't even care what you're talking about as long as you are the one talking about it. It's like the personalities you get attached to.
But it's just about like stimulating people
So if you're
constantly.
a fucking boring fuck, you're fucked.
Go be an accountant or something.
Go do reload animation appreciation.
Hey, no.
Oh shit. Cut the video.
Thank you for watching this episode of the Halo 5 podcast.
Did we answer the question?
No. It's an impossible question.
It's an impossible
The
question.
question in itself was like a false question anyway, so.
So fuck you, bitch.
It's pretty, it can get quite philosophical questions like that. Because I said to you, but what is good? At the start, what is good? There are things.
Whatever Metacritic rates a 90.
Whatever Rotten Tomatoes gives a solid 100 to. Can't wait for the Sonic movie.
Okay, we're talking about the Sonic movie now.
No, end this.
This looks terrible, man.
End this.
Have they shown anything?
Nope.
That is original though. Tell you what. Running around at the speed of Brown.
Nothing about Sonic is original. It's the most product of the time thing ever.